Welcome to day 3 of 5 days to better Etsy images. What do you think? Did you love it yesterday when you learned how you can simplify things with mock-ups and that you don't have to take 10 perfect shots of every glass to fill up your Etsy shop if you have mock-ups at your disposal? If you loved that information, you might now be wondering, okay, Sarah, how do I get mock-ups? What do I do? Where do I start? You can buy them. Obviously, I sell some. And here's my Etsy shop and my Creative Market shop where I sell some pre-made mock-up template files that are completely editable. You can go in and you can add glitter, you can take glitter off, you can change colors, you can add in your designs. I have a background scene creator. You can make your own background. You can do all kinds of things with the files that I've already created. Or if you want to do it yourself, here's the tools that I use. Number 1, Photoshop. Photoshop Creative Cloud, to be specific. You used to be able to just buy Photoshop on its own, but now it is a subscription. And so here is a page where I suggest people go who are thinking of buying it. Now, I know some people might dislike Photoshop as a solution due to price or the time it'll take to learn it, and it can be intimidating, although not why I teach it. Personally though, as a professional designer, I found Photoshop has the most flexibility and actually the most ease, really, and power to create mock-ups over any other piece of software. There's things that you can do in Photoshop that you just simply can't do in other programs, like making a drop shadow, for instance, underneath one of your glasses. Can't do that in Silhouette right now, but you can do it in Photoshop. So on this photography plan, I want you to see this because I want you to realize how cheap it is, really. It comes with Photoshop and Lightroom. There is a free trial option. It says $19.99 a month here, but actually if you click choose a plan, it takes you to another window where you can see that you can get it for $9.99 a month. So it's pretty cool. For like $10 a month, you could potentially, think of it like this. If you got it just for 2 months, so you spent a little time learning how to work with the mock-ups, and the mock-ups I sell, I have tutorial videos for all of them. And you create a bunch of mock-up files for your shop, so you just set for the rest of the year. You spent $20, that's less than a family trip to McDonald's. I don't know if I should be admitting that we eat at McDonald's, but just to put it into perspective, I mean, you're doing your business here, you're a professional. $20 over the next 2 months is not that bad. And if you were to hire me to make a mock-up for you and I charged you $50 or $100, that's 5 to 10 months of your time with Photoshop where you have full control, and you can use it for other things too, like getting rid of wrinkles in your pictures. Can't beat that as a good reason, right? I just want you to realize that it's more affordable than you think. But if Photoshop really just isn't for you, or you're just nope, I hate Photoshop, I never want to touch it, I understand. You do have the option of creating more basic mock-ups in other programs if you have the individual supplies that you would pull into the scene, like transparent ping versions of glassware and accessories and backgrounds and that kind of thing. You could potentially make mock-ups in some other programs, but really Photoshop is going to be your best bet for a really professional looking shop. So that was my number 1 tool. The next tool I wanted to talk about is stock photos, or more specifically, free stock photos that you can use commercially. There's a few sites that are my go-to sites for getting stock photos, and Pixabay is a good one. Pexels.com is great. That's one of my number 1 go-tos. Unsplash is fabulous for more just beautiful images. And this Magdalene.co has some really cool images too. Maybe not so much where you can find glassware or drinkware, but some beautiful nature-y backgrounds. It's very easy. You just go in here and you look up what you're looking for, and you could create yourself, a mock-up from what you find. If you pop in here and you download this image and it's free, you don't have to credit anyone. You can if you want to. You don't have to pay for it. You can if you want to. But they're called Creative Commons Zero images, which means you can use them in your shop, commercially, no worries. And then you could just add your design to the front of this and you'd be good to go. So those are like the two major tools that I use all the time. Sometimes you want to make a mock-up from scratch where you have all the items that you pull into a scene. Like, for example, in my background scene creator, Christmas edition, you can see here where I have a background and I could pull in a mug and I could pull in some ornaments or whatever, and then I'm putting a scene together. But other times you just want a ready-made, beautifully styled photo, and then you just want to understand how to create the file so that it's multi-use, so that you can design the area on the glass where your design is going to go. And I teach how to do that. So there's just a ton of resources out there that you should know about, and these sites are high on the list. So take a look at these stock photo sites that I've listed in the email and find the ones that you think are best for you, and then just bookmark them. That way you'll be able to come back to them later anytime you need some stock photography to create some mock-ups for your shop.